AI images are now part of our new reality. And I found this one on Facebook that's supposed to be garlic butter beef cheeseburger roll-ups. Let's follow the recipe and see what we get.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
So here we go. Here's the recipe that was attached to that image. And I'm telling you, that image had many comments, thousands of views, and all the comments said, wow, looks delicious. Wow, looks amazing. I have to try this. So here we go. Recipe says to take 1 small onion that's been finely chopped and 1 pound of ground beef, put it in a skillet over medium heat and brown the ground beef and cook the onions together. Then once that's browned, you add in 2 cloves of garlic, minced, as well as salt and pepper to taste. I added in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Didn't say to do this, but I did cook and stir a little bit so the garlic would cook a bit. And then I added in 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, which is not really a lot for flavor. Stir it around, and then we're going to set this aside and let it cool a little bit. Now what I did is I took the ground beef mixture and I divided it in half because I knew I wanted to try something different with the second half, and you'll see that later on in the video. So for this half, I put 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. Original recipe asks for a full cup, but I'm only doing half of a recipe here. Gonna stir this around until the cheese is fully incorporated. Okay, now we're going to take this mixture and put it into some crescent rolls. So this is crescent roll dough. You open up your package and boom, just kidding. Wasn't that bad. Open it up, and if you've ever used crescent roll dough, you'll know it comes in these little strips of dough that you peel off to make little triangles. And then it says to take a spoonful of beef mixture and put it on the wide end of the crescent roll triangle and then roll it up. It doesn't say how big the spoonful should be, but I put about a heaping tablespoon. You don't want too much because it's not going to fit in there and it's going to just spill out the edges. And there you go, one completed. As a matter of fact, that half recipe that I showed you makes just enough to fill up 8 crescent rolls, which is a whole can. If you did the whole recipe, you would need 2 cans. Now the recipe says to melt 2 tablespoons of butter and brush it over the unbaked little roll-ups. Then sprinkle with some garlic powder. I'm doing that here, it's a little bit hard to see. Then you're going to pop these in the oven at 375 for about 15 minutes or until golden brown. And here is what they look like when they're out of the oven. Then it says to garnish with chopped parsley and serve warm. Now adding chopped parsley is kind of a silly in my opinion because the parsley's not going to stick because they're kind of dry actually when they come out of the oven. So let's take a look at the inside of one of these and compare it to the original recipe photo. As you can see, there is a kind of a passing resemblance between the actual recipe and the AI photo. They're both ground beef inside something, but you can't see the cheese. The crust looks completely different. The shape is completely different. And let's take a closer look at this AI photo. What is that? What's that on the top of it? You see that? It looks like a red sauce with cheese, and those are supposed to be parsley. So I decided, why don't we try to recreate the AI photo instead of following the exact recipe. So that's the other half of that ground beef mixture. Instead of shredded cheese, I put in 1/2 cup of cubed cheese, cheddar cheese, hoping that it won't melt quite as much. And then instead of crescent roll dough, I made myself a little tiny batch of pizza dough, and I just rolled it out to a large rectangle. I added the filling on top of it, and then I dampened the edges of the dough with a little bit of water. And then you're just going to cover the filling with the edges of the dough and then seal up the ends. Then I transferred this thing into a baking dish that's been lightly greased, and I put it in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes or so. And here it is after 10 minutes. I'm going to tap it here. You can see it's partially cooked. The dough is kind of cooked, but it's not browned yet. To try to get the AI photo look, I'm brushing this with some barbecue sauce all over it. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some shredded cheddar cheese, because in my opinion, that AI photo made it look like there was like a red sauce with cheese on top. Then I put it back in the oven and I let it bake for an additional 6 to 8 minutes or so until the bottom of this thing was brown and the cheese was nicely melted. And here we are. I took it out of the oven, sprinkled it with a little bit of parsley, and sliced it. And actually, I thought this looked a lot like the AI photo. It has similar shape. You can see the actual cheese melting in there, and you can see that red and orange topping with the parsley. So I think I did a pretty good job actually to try to imitate it. The only thing that I didn't get was this. If you look at this crust on this AI photo, this is not a cut edge. This is not a cut edge at all, which means there were kind of strips of dough that were rolled around beef, and you wouldn't be able to do that because it would all fall out as you're transferring it or while you're baking it. So here's another look of the two versions of this recipe. This is the original version that was attached to the AI photo, and these are okay. I mean, it's ground beef, lightly seasoned with a little bit of cheese inside of crescent rolls. It's actually all right. It's good if you dip them in ketchup or a little bit of barbecue sauce. Here's the modified version that looks more like the AI photo, and this one is okay as well. It tastes a little bit like a cheeseburger pizza kind of a thing, if you could imagine. To be honest, I probably won't be making either of these recipes or versions in my kitchen again anytime soon. Now, this particular AI photo and recipe had a whole pile of comments on it and a whole pile of views, and all the comments were saying, yummy, delicious, wonderful, I think I'm going to make this. And anybody who would even take a second look at the recipe and has even the tiniest bit of experience in a kitchen is going to know that that recipe that's attached is not going to make what you're looking at on your screen. I actually kind of enjoy making these just to see how they turn out and how I can take those images apart. I kind of enjoy it, and I think I might make more videos like this as I find other weird, terrible AI images. So if you're interested in this kind of video, please let me know in the comments, and if you want to see another one, here is one right on your screen. And thank you so much for watching.